Good afternoon, folks, and as Judy welcomed you, I also welcome you. And this morning we were busy. We've been busy the last 2 mornings, actually yesterday and this morning, taking pictures of our bears, doing silly things, portraits, climbing trees. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. And yesterday we worked in the cold and the rain and the wet, and this morning it's a beautiful day, which made it a little harder because the sun was shining so bright on the bears. But to answer some of the questions here, are the photos that Jim Stroner is producing, are we going to use them for a calendar? That is something Scott will address, but perhaps keep looking forward to it. So we're hoping to produce a calendar for you very soon. Are there any, this is a question, are there any plans to make the 2.5 acres bigger? Yes, but it's in the future. We have that project for about 2 years out. So we will not be getting any cubs until that time. So there is plans for a larger enclosure to expand it. But for right now, you just have to be patient with us. But 2 years from now, we hope to start that. The plans are already started, and we're looking forward to a larger enclosure in just a couple years. Second question, is our Ted bear, our 21-year-old Ted, getting visits from Lucky, Holly, and Tasha? Well, I think if you look on the mound cam, you'll see Holly patiently pacing back and forth over there to Ted who is ignoring her. Holly has again shown interest in Ted this year. She has for about a month now. Actually, since they came out of hibernation, Holly's been showing interest in Ted. Tasha kind of ignores him, and yet she still is not afraid of him now. So it's a good thing to see them together, so that she doesn't run every time she sees them. So they are eating out together. Holly and Tasha are both allowed out with Ted, and we are still alternating our bears, rotating our bears, with Lucky being out with Holly, and just a short time out with Tasha and Holly. That time, whether we decide whether we're going to let them out together all night long, has not been determined by myself as yet. As for Lucky, yes, Lucky does go and visit Ted, but it's always between the fences, and then they just kind of lick each other's heads and go about their business. Sometimes it gets a little more wordy than that, but for right now, they're friends, but between the fences. Another question, will the e-fence remain from the back door to the scale? For right now, we have no plans of changing that, so the answer is yes, we're going to keep the fence up between the scale and the first group of large windows and the back door. Lucky is currently, if you're tuned in, on the mound, and he's going to play with a stick, I believe. Another question, as we were asked last week, will I be adding more rye and more clover? As time permits, yes, I will do that. Yesterday was an opportunity to do that, but something else took precedence over that, so we did photos yesterday. There is plenty of grass growing all around the pond. You can see green up is in motion here. And Ted, Lucky, Holly, Tosh, they're all eating grasses up on the mound. They just run, they'll just walk through and just grab a mouthful and chew on their way. And I think that I had answered the question about Tasha and Lucky's interaction. It takes a lot of time to see the right behavior. So far, I have not seen the behavior that I would ever let Tasha stay out with him overnight. So until I see better behavior and better attitudes from him, from Lucky, I won't put Tasha out with him unless we have someone observing all night long, which we can't do. So for right now, we're going to continue rotating our bears. I'd also like to mention to the folks that are here, because I'm not sure if I was ignoring or heard JT mention it, but the Wolf Center is just a few miles straight out of town, just about as far out of town as we are before you get to town. And they have 5 beautiful ambassador wolves and 2 retired in their pack. So if you'd like to, another thing to do in Ely, the International Wolf Center educates about wolves. They have 5 in their pack. They're beautiful wolves, and they are open from 10 to 4, the same as we are. Your wristband will get you $1 off there, so please enjoy them as you are enjoying us. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank our camera drivers and our moderators. Thank you so much. And from the Bear Center, until tomorrow, thank you. Goodbye.